Hello, I'm Antonio Mora. This is the News and News.com Day in Brief. Today's top stories in 4 minutes. It's Friday, January 4th at about 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. They came, they talked, and nothing happened. President Trump met with top Democratic and Republican congressional leaders at the White House today, and no progress was made toward ending the government shutdown. No surprise, because other than governing responsibly, which we know is too much to ask these days, neither side really has much political motivation to compromise. Trump says he's ready to keep the shutdown going for months, even years, and that he is considering declaring a national emergency to force funding of the border wall. The longer the shutdown drags on, millions more people will be affected, far beyond federal employees. Just today, reports say that TSA officers, hundreds of them, who are required to work without pay during a shutdown, are calling in sick from major airports. Just when everyone seemed to be convinced that the economy was slowing down, the December job creation blew past Wall Street estimates. U.S. employers added 312,000 jobs, far more than the 177,000 forecast, indicating that fears of the recession in the very near future have been overblown. Wages also rose, but the unemployment rate edged up to 3.9%, in part because the number of Americans participating in the job market increased. Good economic news doesn't always mean good news on Wall Street, but today's jobs report lessened fears of that economic slowdown. And when Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell hinted that the central bank might take a pause in raising interest rates, stocks soared. The Nasdaq jumped 4.26%, while the Dow and S&P 500 were up just under 3.5%. Tech stocks led the way, with Apple recovering some of the huge losses it suffered yesterday. Payback took almost 18 years, but a U.S. drone strike in Yemen has reportedly killed one of the world's most wanted terrorists, believed to have helped orchestrate the bombing of the USS Cole. The attack on that guided missile destroyer killed 17 American sailors and injured 36 others. The terrorist had twice escaped from prison. Will it ever end? Special Counsel Robert Mueller's federal grand jury has been extended another 6 months, for up to 6 months. It doesn't mean the investigation will last that long, but even if it doesn't, this means that for months to come, we will be subject to endless speculation on cable television and to a steady stream of tweets from Trump, who will call it a witch hunt over and over again. Please wake me up when it's over. Impeach the expletive. Freshman Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib used profane language to call for Trump's impeachment, but she's refusing to apologize. Nancy Pelosi defended her by saying that it's nothing worse than what Trump has said. She's right, but doesn't she realize that by not condemning the language, she is ceding the high ground that Democrats have tried to take in criticizing Trump for coarsening the national dialogue? One Tlaib defender dismissed it all as locker room talk, seemingly forgetting that Trump used exactly those words when he defended his lewd conversation on the infamous Access Hollywood tape. Pelosi and Jerry Nadler, who will likely chair the House Judiciary Committee, did both downplay the impeachment talk as premature until the Mueller probe is finished. But the media showed its usual double standard. Remember how CNN kept repeating over and over again the Trump expletive that he used to describe third world countries? Well, this time CNN studiously avoided using the Congresswoman's profanity. In our alternate universe segment, the great divide between conservative and liberal media, do any of my TV colleagues realize just how silly they look, spending hours upon hours playing semantics about whether Trump has backed down on his demand for a literal wall because of his recent comments about accepting different kinds of barriers? Trump certainly opened the door to this with his often cartoonish comments about the big, beautiful wall that he would build, but he is still demanding a barrier And that is one of the reasons the government is 2 weeks into a shutdown. Wall, fence, slabs, call it what you will, but the effect is the same, both in what it means for border security and for the negotiations to reopen the government. Stop the semantics and deal with the substance, please. We have all the stories and much more updated around the clock 7 days a week on newsandnews.com, where you'll find all you need to know in one place. Please subscribe to our YouTube video by clicking on the right of your screen just below this video. Please follow us on Facebook at Real News and News, and follow me on Twitter at AMoraTV. I will see you again on Tuesday. I'm traveling on Monday. Have a great weekend.